Figure 4571, turn right on runway 22, then right on Juliet, ground point 7.
Right 22, right Juliet, ground point 7, break guard 4571.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Flight Deck Live. We are at Reagan National Airport in our nation's capital. Looks like they are in South Ops at the moment. They just switched. They were in North Ops earlier this morning. They just switched to South Ops. It's a little bit hazy today, a little bit overcast. Storms are expected later this afternoon, but we should be able to get in a good stream for you this morning.
Next flight in, American Eagle 3630 from Little Rock.
And I'm joined today by my partner in crime. It's Ryan.
Onboard 3630, Washington Tower, winds 170 at 5, runway 19, clear to land.
Runway 19, clear to land, onboard 3630.
Embraer E175.
This is the one from Little Rock?
That's right.
All right. There's been a lot of rain here in Washington the last 24, 48 hours, so the river is way up. So you will hear some sloshing.
Yeah, the gentle lapping of the Potomac River.
Yes, and it won't be so gentle if a boat goes by and we have the wake to deal with, but we'll work through that.
American 2615, Washington Tower, you up and ready? Up and ready. American 2615, runway 19, clear for takeoff, traffic's on a 7-mile funnel.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19, American 2615.
American 2615 heading to Nassau, Airbus A319.
The Bahamas.
A little older plane on that one, 22 years of age on that plane. Into service in November of 2000.
American 2615, contact coming departure.
American 2615. Tower, United 2334 is Fergie on the LBA Zulu for 19, United 2334.
United 2334, Washington Tower, winds 1906, runway 19, clear the lane.
Clear lane 19, United 2334.
Still think those Embraers are a good looking plane.
The E-175 is very popular with airlines here at Reagan.
Envoy 3630, turn right at Fox Shuttle runway 22, then right on Julia, grounds point 7.
And right, Fox, and then contact point 7 on way 3630.
This will be our wake.
Yeah.
The police boat. Last week they were out here stopping everybody.
Probably prepping for some of those 4th of July activities.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I noticed the sign on the highway as I was coming in today and said,
information uniforms, current altimeter is
make sure fireworks are the only thing that's lit this weekend.
Yeah. VDOT has some, the Virginia Department of Transportation has some humor in them on these, on those signs that they can change on the highways.
Little bit slower pace right now, but it should pick up as we go along. Coming up in about an hour, a friend of the channel, East Texas Aviation, is going to be flying in on American Flight 429 coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth. So we are here to capture his arrival. Who do we have here, Ryan?
That would be a great question. Switch devices here. Switch over the flight radar here.
JetBlue looks like. No, United.
KDCA, Southwest 3119, the RNF IMT runway 19.
Southwest 3119, Washington Tower, winds 180 at 5, runway 19, clear the lane.
19 clear the lane, 121.
United 2334, turn right at Alpha, then right on Juliet, cross runway 22, grounds point 7.
2334
right turn Alpha, right turn
coming
Juliet,
in
close across
from
runway 22 over to ground. United
ORD.
2334, good day.
This is 737 MAX 800.
Love the Max. Now, you flew on a Max recently.
Yeah.
Was it pretty nice?
Nice plane. Obviously, always nice when you get those newer planes that have the TV screen for everybody. Now is really far in the back, so
folding short
a little loud back there for the plebeians in the back. But
Ops 1, Washington Tower, receives requested.
Cross 33, Op 3.
Now, we've talked about this on previous streams, but in South operations, the interesting thing about the pattern here is there is restricted airspace off of the north end of runway 19. It's the restricted airspace over the National Mall, the White House, the U.S. Capitol, which means the flights arriving on runway 19 cannot make a straight-in approach. Therefore, they fly south down the Potomac River, and at the last minute, they make the turn-in, about a 30-degree, 40-degree turn-in to runway 19. And so you'll see that as we capture these arrivals on runway 19, they'll make that turn at the last minute to avoid that restricted airspace.
Got another 737-800 coming in, Southwest 3119 from Fort Lauderdale, be our next arrival.
Southwest 3119, Washington Tower.
There he is.
Go ahead.
I can't remember if I did this, but just runway 19, clear to land.
We got it with free clear land 19, South 3119.
Tower having a slow morning, too, I guess.
He forgot. He cleared him. So we will catch these arrivals. The city you see there is Arlington, Virginia, and so we'll catch them over Arlington as they come down the Potomac, and we'll see them make this turn in here shortly. One of the things about it being a hazy day is the autofocus fights me.
Yeah, it's a good arrival if you're on the left side of the plane.
Oh yeah, to see the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument.
Southwest 3119, turn right at Alpha, then right on Charlie, cross runway 22, grounds point 7.
I went clear right on Alpha, clear across runway 4 to do here in Charlie, ground point 7, Southwest 3119.
I'm sure you've talked about Gravelly Point before on the channel here.
Yeah, we one of the early streams we talked about Gravelly Point over there. We'll get a shot of it. That is a really nice spot for arrivals because they come in like right over your head, which is cool. Wait a minute, that's not it. There we go. That's Gravelly Point Park.
American 2115, Washington Tower, winds 170 at 4, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Runway 19, clear for takeoff, American 2115.
But it gets super, super, super crowded and busy, which is one of the reasons that we don't go over there. It is a cool spot, and one day we will go over there. Because the arrivals do just come in right over your head. You feel like you can reach up and touch the aircraft, but you get a more complete side view from over here at East Potomac Park.
Waiting for that information to populate on
Endeavor 5111, Washington Tower, runway 19, line up and wait.
19, line up and wait, Endeavor 5111.
on our American flight leaving out of here. It is an Airbus A319, 17 years of age, February of 2006. Not sure where he's headed. Just have a DCA to not available right now on flight radar.
I've had that happen before. It just doesn't refresh.
American 2115, contact determined departure, good day.
Our departure, Reagan 15, take care.
Had a controller change.
Maybe that's why that guy forgot.
Yeah, he was ready to.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Endeavor 5111, winds 1707, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Runway 19er, clear for takeoff, Endeavor 5111.
Delta Connection flight heading to Cincinnati. CRJ 900. 9 years of age on that airframe. September of 2013. Maybe this is me not knowing, but I didn't know that Mitsubishi was involved in the construction of that plane.
Breakout 4470, Washington, hurry up and ready.
So I've noticed that, and
Breakout 4470, runway 15,
I'm
line up
sure there may be somebody who's watching that can tell us, because I haven't researched it.
Departure 5111, see ya.
You know, the CRJ was Bombardier. It was a Bombardier CRJ, so I don't know if Mitsubishi bought them.
CRJ was what, like Canadair Regional Jet?
Canadair Regional Jet. You're absolutely right. So I don't know at what point, I don't know if Mitsubishi bought out the Bombardier. I don't know. Haven't looked it up, but I should do that.
I believe this is American Eagle 4470 on the lining up right now. Headed to Traverse City.
I believe that's Traverse City, Michigan. Traverse City, Michigan, right?
TVC. Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport.
Yep. You're going to get tired of saying an Embraer E175LR.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because they are ubiquitous here at Reagan.
Traverse City.
Breakout 4470, contact determined departure, have a good one.
Departure, see ya.
See ya.
These Reagan with the sort of workhorse planes of these airlines, not quite as dynamic in terms of airframes as IAD Dulles is.
Yeah, you get the big stuff out at Dulles. Here at Reagan, it's all narrow bodies. And, you know, the main reason for that is the length of the primary runway. And we can talk a little bit about the layout here. So there are 3 runways here at Reagan. They primarily use one runway. It's runway 1/19er. the main north-south runway, and they'll use that most of the time.
American
Occasionally,
978, Washington
times-
Tower, you up and ready?
in times
ready
of
to go for
high
American 978.
traffic,
American 978.
you'll see them
wind
depart
1305,
1-5.
runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Look for takeoff for runway 19.
But generally speaking, they're going to stick to this one single runway. And the length is such that a heavy can't come in here. There's just not enough runway. I do need to look up the length.
I'll take a look for that. American 978, another one heading to ORD Chicago. Airbus
Okay.
A319.
The largest plane that will come here to Reagan is a 757. It would be great to capture one of those today. I don't know if one is scheduled. Delta flies one in here daily, I believe.
I've been on it.
The 75?
I have once before. Can't remember where I came from. Probably Atlanta.
Yeah, I believe they have a couple of flights to and
From
from
Blue Sheet
Atlanta on the
5540,
75.
runway 19er, line up and wait.
9 line for wave, Blue Sheet 5540.
Let's see, Bricker 4413, are you ready to go?
Confirm.
Runway 119er is 7,169 feet.
Okay, yeah, that makes some sense. I mean, out at Dulles, you're looking at 10,000, 12,000 feet runways, so much larger runways to handle
Blue
the
Sheet
heavies.
5540 on departure, fly heading 170, climb maintain 5,000,
Runway
runway 19er,
422,
clear for takeoff.
5,000 feet. About the same for 15, 33, 5,200. Don't see much on
American
those.
978, fly heading 190.
190 heading, American 978.
I feel like I typically only see them use those smaller runways for like if they just need
American
to send off a
978,
small
checking with your heading
little
contact
private
on
plane.
departure, good day.
Good day to you.
Yeah, general aviation and the
5540,
smaller regional
correction,
jets
Bricker
will use
4413,
those
runway 19er, line up and wait on departure, you'll fly heading 190.
1.5 or 3.3
on
when
departure
they're in
heading
North Ops.
190 and
They
line of
rarely
runway,
use 422.
Actually, Bricker 4413, go
They
ahead
mostly
and
use those
runway
for
190 left, clear for
taxiways,
takeoff,
getting
continue on the 190 heading
planes
climbing
off
to
of
5,000.
Okay,
1.
190 heading 5,000, clear for takeoff runway 19. Airport.
I would see that
5540,
a
expect
big
to resume
limiting
the
factor
with
for
the
that one
summit
would be
contact
that
becoming departure.
airspace
Have a good one.
restriction.
Contact departure, Blue Sheet 5540.
Let's
Because
see,
you must have to come in right over
5660
DC
Washington Tower,
to
you
line up
ready?
for those runways.
Blue Sheet 5660, runway 15, line of await, traffic crossing downfield.
Okay, I just heard her she's lined somebody up on 15, so we'll see a departure on 15 here in a moment. It's picking up.
United 582, actually, yep, United 582, runway 19, line of await, traffic holds the position, runway 15.
Hey, line up await runway 19 or United 582.
It looks like she's lined up that American Eagle flight to Detroit.
We got 4413, contact Potomac departure, have a good one.
Go departure, 4413.
4413 hidden Syracuse. Or ever ubiquitous, excuse me,
Blue Sheet
175.
5660, traffic holds runway 19 and runway 15, clear for takeoff.
For takeoff runway 15, Blue Sheet 5660.
There he is using the runway headed to Detroit. CRJ 700.
Breakout 4538, Washington Tower, traffic holds Friday arrival, runway 19er, clear to land.
Runway 19er, clear to land, airport 530.
Blue Streak 5660, contact Potomac departure, have a good one.
Going to Potomac, Blue Streak 5660, good day.
United 582, traffic 7 out, runway 19er, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19, United 582.
American 381, traffic is 7 out, runway 19er, line up and wait.
Quite a number of flights heading to Chicago, the Windy City, this morning.
Yeah, popular destination today. And of course, that's United's biggest hub. So if you were to guess that a United jet was going to O'Hare, you'd probably be right 70% of the time.
That one's got the older livery. Doesn't have that fresh new
Blue,
blue, that sort of blue on blue. It still has the gold Continental.
Yeah, it's the old Continental.
It's an older plane, so that makes sense. A320-200 went into service in March of 1999.
United 582, contact Potomac departure, have a good one.
Archer United 582, good day.
That looks like a 321.
American 381, traffic 3 out, wind 150 at 4, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Get 381, clear for takeoff, runway 19.
A321-200 headed to Miami.
Blue Streak 5477, Washington Tower, runway 15, line up and wait.
5 on the flight, 5477.
I guess that would be the largest Airbus that you're going to get in and out of here, right?
Correct. My personal favorite narrow
Jet
body.
783, are you able to pull up any more behind Delta?
Yeah, we can do it. Jet 783, we'll get to know.
Copy, thank you. Let's see, Blue Streak 5477, keep taking immediate.
Yes.
I see Blue Streak 5477, just continue to hold in position. I got traffic landing 19er, and I'll get you going in just a moment.
That traffic she's talking about coming in right now from JFK.
Current altimeter 29er, 89er.
4538 American Eagle.
American 381, contact Potomac departure, good day.
Get 381, switching, good day, ma'am.
Red 3428, Washington Tower. Red 3428, hold short of the approaching of 33. Delta 967, traffic holds 15 and 7 out for the runway 19, line of wait.
Line of away, runway 19, Delta 967.
Tower, Blue Streak 5023 with you on the LDA Zulu 19.
Blue Streak 5477, runway 15, clear for takeoff. And Blue Streak 5023, traffic holds in the price Friday arrival, runway 19er, clear to land.
Clear to land 19, Blue Streak 5023.
Breakout 4538, turn right, 22 Juliet, contact ground point 7.
22 Juliet, point 7, breakout 4538.
15 departure.
Our Blue Streak friend is another American Eagle flight 5023 from Charleston, CRJ 700.
And at Red 3428, you can cross the approaching runway true.
And just rotating off there is
Blue Streak 5477, contact Potomac departure,
headed to
have a good one.
Buffalo.
5477.
Tower, more HF, please.
RP 19.
Delta 967, traffic 4 out, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 19, Delta 967.
JetBlue 455, Washington Tower, traffic holds and departs prior to arrival, runway 19er, clear to land.
We're land 19, JetBlue 455.
And 967's headed to Atlanta. Another 1999 90s baby plane. 24 years of age on that one. Plane could almost rent a car.
What's the flight time to Atlanta from here? An hour?
About actually a little over 2 hours. Almost, just shy of. Let's see. Scheduled departure on that plane was 9 a.m.
Contact with Summit departure today.
Delta 967, we're switch, good morning.
Number 4408, Washington Tower, you up and ready?
Yep, we're up and ready, Lindbergh 4408.
Number 4408, runway 15, line up and wait, traffic's landing, runway 19er.
15, line flight, Lindbergh 4408.
So we've got our American Eagle coming in from Charleston. And then behind him, we've got that JetBlue coming in from Boston.
Number 4408, and on departure, you will fly heading 170, climb maintain 5,000, continue to hold in position, runway 15.
On departure, we'll fly heading 170, hold 15, Lindbergh 4408.
That's 783, traffic holds 15, runway 19, line up and wait.
Runway 19, line up and wait, guys, 783.
Number 4408, runway 15, clear for takeoff.
15, clear for takeoff, Lindbergh 4408.
Blue Streak 5023, turn right, Foxtrot, Juliet, contact ground point 7.
Right on Fox, Juliet, ground point 7, Blue Street 5023.
Jazz 73 on departure, flight heading 190, climb maintain 5,000, traffic 2.5 out, runway 19 clear for takeoff.
On departure, heading 190, maintain 5,000 feet, runway 19, clear for takeoff, Jets 783.
Washington Tower, good morning, JetBlue 1480, we're approaching Garrick.
JetBlue 1480, Washington Tower, traffic holds and departs prior to arrival, runway 19 clear to land.
Runway 19, clear to land, JetBlue 1480.
Number 4408, expect to resume the Civic Potomac, contact with Potomac departure today.
All right, we'll expect departure and going to departure, Lindbergh 440, good day.
All right, Envoy 3934, check transponder on squawking 5670 to Nantucket.
Which needed squawker, PDC at 0.
Okay, well just make sure your stuff is on, your MOSI is on, and you should be squawking 5670 to Nantucket. Blue Streak 5388, runway 19er, line up and wait.
Block.
Blue Streak 5388, runway 19er, line up and wait.
Sorry, 19, line up and wait.
Envoy 3934, runway 15, line up and wait.
15, line up and wait, Envoy 3934.
Jazz at 783, contact with Potomac departure today.
Departure, Jet 783, see ya.
JetBlue 455, turn right 22 Juliet, contact ground point 7.
Right 22 Juliet, point 7, JetBlue 455.
Blue Streak
Jazz 73 was
5388.
headed to the obvious destination of Toronto.
Eagle fly heading 190, climb maintain 5,000, traffic holds runway 15, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Express.
Heading 1, up to 5, runway 190 for takeoff, Blue Streak 380.
On Muscle 11, Washington Tower, altimeter 2989er, zone 3 is approved. Zone 2 is approved for Muscle 11. Envoy 3934 on departure, you'll fly heading 170. The RJ is on a diverging course, You'll climb and maintain 5,000 on the 170 heading, runway 15, clear for takeoff.
170, the 5,000, 15, clear for takeoff, runway 3934.
Southwest 1100, Washington Tower, runway 19, line up and wait, traffic 3.5 out, and on departure you will fly heading 190.
All right, 19, line up and wait, and on departure it'll be a heading 190, Southwest 1100.
3994 was the one that was
5388, contact
talking to
Potomac
Tower about the
departure, have a good one.
squawk code.
Departure so long, 5388.
They're headed to Nantucket.
Nighthawk 6, Washington Tower, standby.
Another departure
Southwest
for
1100, traffic on
start.
diversion course off runway 15, and
that's our
traffic
Nantucket friend.
is now 3 out for your runway. Runway 19, clear for takeoff.
What's clear for takeoff, Southwest 1100.
Definitely another reason for using those two runways is when you got to get a lot of planes out quick.
Contact Potomac departure, good day.
Yup.
Over departure, envoy 3934.
Southwest rolling.
Okay, Nighthawk 6, Washington Tower, altimeter 2989, state request.
Southwest headed to Orlando.
Route 1, cabin, John Zone 5, to Nighthawk 6. Southwest 1100, expect to resume the field with only contact Potomac departure, good day.
All right, resume the departure and over to Potomac, Southwest 1100.
Nighthawk 6, radar contact altitude indicates 200, traffic short final for runway 19 is a JetBlue Airbus 320 descending out at 200. Nighthawk 6 visual separations approved.
JetBlue coming in from Fort Lauderdale.
Envoy 3979, runway 19, line up and wait.
19, line up and wait, envoy 3979.
JetBlue 1480, you got Foxtrot, turn right, Foxtrot, Juliet, contact ground point 7.
Foxtrot Juliet, point 7, JetBlue 1480.
Envoy 3979, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
19, clear for takeoff, envoy 3979.
American 2284, Washington Tower, runway 19, line up and wait.
19, line up and wait, American 2284.
At the top of Memorial Bridge. Was that Muscle 11 requesting Zone 5? Muscle 11, Zone 5 to Chainbridge is approved. You said you're aware of Nighthawk 6, so just south of 56 Bravo. Nighthawk 6, I do have Muscle 11, they're just north of 56 Bravo, and they're joining Zone 5 to Chainbridge. Nighthawk 6 approved. Envoy 3979, contact Potomac departure. Have a good one.
Over to departure, have a good day.
All right, American 2284, upon departure, you'll fly heading 170. Climb, maintain 5,000. Winds are 1705. Runway 19, clear for takeoff.
19, clear for takeoff. Fly
That device over here headed to Minneapolis.
Maintain 5,000 feet, American 2284.
Breakout 4699, Washington Tower, runway 19, line up and wait. On departure, you'll fly heading 190. Climb, maintain 5,000.
19, line up and wait, on departure, heading 190, climb 5,000, breakout 4699.
So this 7-3 is Minneapolis?
No, that was the previously departing plane. This 737-800 is headed to Orlando as well.
Okay.
Breakout 4699. Fly heading 190, climb, maintain 5,000, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
19, clear for takeoff, heading 190 up to 5,000, breakout 4699.
Council 11 approved. Okay, Blue Street 5363 on departure. Your flight heading 170. Climb maintain 5000, runway 19, line up and wait.
170, maintain 5000.
American 2284, contact Potomac departure.
Departure, nice day, American 2284.
Good day to you too.
Cavity 622, good morning on the RMP 19.
Breakout 5622, traffic holds and departs flight arrival, runway 19 and clear to land.
Copy that, clear land 19 for Cavity 622.
American Eagle 4699 headed to Columbus. Rolling off.
Blue Street 5363, you'll fly the heading 170, climbing to 5000, runway 19. You are cleared for takeoff.
170, 5000, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
American 2101, Washington Tower, runway 19, line up and wait on departure. You'll fly heading 190, climb maintain 5000.
Runway 19, line up and wait. On departure 190 up to 5000, American 2101.
Breakout 4699, contact Potomac departure today.
Switching good day, Breakout 4699.
Following him out is 5363 headed to Providence, CRJ 700.
American 2101, keep it rolled around the corner. Fly the 190 heading, traffic is 3 out, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
I'll keep it rolling 19, clear to takeoff, heading 190, 5000, American 2101.
Does the ER designation follow suit for these planes as it does for the larger planes for an extended range version of
I
it?
believe that is correct.
I think you'd really not need an extended range version of that plane because it's not.
Blue Street
gonna need to take
5363,
it in
contact
an
Potomac
extended range.
departure.
Oh, to departure was 5363.
It's 2101 headed to Dallas, A320-200.
American 2101, check into Potomac on the heading, contact Potomac departure. Have a good one.
Over to departure, American 2101. Good day.
And next on arrival is Delta Connection Flight 5622 coming in from LaGuardia.
Jazz 821 Washington Tower, did you check in?
Just about to check in, Jazz 821, LDA Zulu, runway 19.
Jazz 821, traffic holds departs flight arrival, runway 19, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 19, Jazz 821.
American 2134, traffic is 7 out, runway 19, line up and wait.
Last await 19, American 2134.
That Air Canada Express plane that just called in on the 7-mile final is from Montreal. That's about an hour-long flight, an hour and 13 minutes. So by the time you're on the ground, probably an hour and 15.
Breakout 5622, turn right, 22 Juliet, contact ground plane 7, good day.
Right, 22 and Juliet over to ground, Breakout 5622.
We have an American Airbus lining up.
Headed to Boston.
American 2134, traffic is 3.5 out, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
American 2134, cleared for takeoff.
Okay, Ryan, our friend Chris, let's give him a shout out, but he says we sound like an NPR show.
Blue Street 5624, inbound GPS, runway 15.
So maybe we need to spice it up a little bit.
5624,
That's really
Washington
funny.
Tower, traffic lands in the place, runway 19, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to land on runway 15, Blue Street 5624.
You're focused in, though, man. You are just you're dialed in. It's too much traffic going on.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So,
I
you
can
know,
see-
imagine,
I can feel the focus over
Muscle
here.
W, you said
imagine
you want
last
frequency
week,
change to,
I'm doing all this
where
and
you going,
calling
to
flights
Dallas or
by
Dayton?
myself.
It's a helmet fire.
It is a helmet fire, yeah. it's a big help. When
Muscle 11 copy, frequency change to Davidson is approved.
let's see, I think we got another arrival. That's the Jazz, I believe.
Yeah, from Montreal.
American 2134, contact with Tommy departure. Have a good one.
So long, American 2134.
Montreal. That's how you're supposed to say that. One of the coolest airline call signs, Jazz.
Jazz, it's a good one. Any
5665, runway 19, line up and wait. Traffic, 5 out for runway 15.
is there obviously I guess it has to do with the registration that JAZ is in the registration for
I believe
Canadian?
Jazz is it's a discount airline or a regional airline there in Canada.
Oh, I see. Yes, it's operated by Jazz.
Yeah.
Jazz 821, turn right on 22 and taxi down 22, exit right Charlie, contact ground point 7.
They do fly like A320s in a Jazz livery in Canada.
3.5 out for runway 15, runway 19.
Did you have Riverboat on your plane spotting bingo card?
I did not. But
it's really a pontoon boat.
3.5 out for 15, runway 19, about to wait.
Made to look like a riverboat.
I did have rowing team on my
Okay.
Potomac River bingo, though. American Eagle headed to Toronto.
Toronto Pearson is a great airport.
Contact Potomac departure today.
I've been there once. It is a nice airport.
I feel like there's a healthy amount of planes to and from coming out of here towards Toronto.
Yeah.
Nighthawk 6, Washington Tower. Nighthawk 6, I'm not talking to them anymore. They're on Davison, but I do have Muscle 11. They're about 3 miles north of Davison at 1,000.
That is the outrigger.
Nighthawk 6, you said you want to transfer Davison as well? Copy that. Zone 5 is still approved for you, Nighthawk 6.
I'm glad I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I would pass.
Blue Street 5319, traffic is 3 out for runway 19er. Runway 19er, cleared for takeoff.
19 clear for takeoff, Blue Street 5319.
Southwest 2717, Washington, hurry up.
Let's see where these guys go.
Southwest 2717, runway 19er, clear to land.
Runway 19 clear land, Southwest 27.
Blue Street 5624, turn right on 22, and then turn right on Hotel, hold short of 19. What gate are you going to?
Right 22, right hotel, hold short of 19, and we're going to 58 for Blue Street 5624.
Our next arrival is going to be the Southwest 2717 from Collins.
3 out to the runway, cross runway 19er at Hotel, then join Golf Juliet, contact ground point 7.
Right, cross 19 hotel.
So that looks like more fun. This person passing us on a Sea-Doo.
Blue Street 5319, contact Potomac departure. Have a good way.
All right, departure. Take care, Blue Street 5319.
I'll take that over the rowing experience.
Yep. All right, got an arrival.
It's our Southwest flight. 737-700.
I dig the 737-700. It's kind of short, squatty. And I'm just going to say it, the Southwest colors have totally grown on me. Used to not like them much, but the more I see them, the more I dig them.
I think the one thing I do like about it is it stands out.
Yeah.
It's in a sea of white planes with
over the top.
some color on the tail. This is definitely something that stands out. And it's a stumpy little plane, isn't it?
Delta 2037 on departure, you'll fly heading 190, climbing to 5,000, runway 19, line up and wait.
Heading 190, 5,000 for the departure, line up and runway 19, Delta 2037.
That livery also makes the tail on that plane look enormous in comparison to the body of the plane.
170 and 5,000 on departure for JetBlue 1954.
Southwest 2717, if you got runway 22, turn right 22, exit Charlie, contact ground point 7.
We have runway 22, we'll get off on 22.
Now, just copy it, please.
Ground point 7.
Delta 2037, do have a helicopter flying over the top, west to east at 1,500. Winds are 1804, runway 19 clear for takeoff on the 190 heading.
Heading 190, clear for takeoff on the 19 up to 5,000.
I'm just missing it in the haze. I'm having a hard time hearing it or seeing it. Sounds like a sea stallion or
west to east over the runway 19, line up and wait.
Just has that six rotor sound to me.
Delta 1750, Washington Tower. I'm sure you checked in. Runway 19 cleared to land. Traffic does hold in the party arrival.
Who's this Delta departure?
Delta departure headed to Minneapolis, 237, E319.
About 5 out is a Delta BCS-1 descending on 1,600 on final for runway 19.
Yeah, there you go. If you look just straight up to the top of the field, you can see them
1954, keep going around the corner. Climb, maintain 5,000 on the 170 heading,
coming through the
runway
haze, and I was
clear
right.
for takeoff.
It's down.
Keep it rolling. 5,000, heading 170, clear for takeoff on the 19, JetBlue.
Got a very iconic sound with that six rotors. In the same way that you could say that like the Huey has a really iconic thump.
Runway 19.
A very rhythmic sound with those six rotor blades.
Delta 2037, contact Potomac departure, good day.
5 seconds to Delta 2037.
That actually looks like the one of the newer ones.
I missed the JetBlue.
JetBlue 1954 headed to Boston. That's the big JetBlue hub, right?
Yes, correct. If typically
it's
here or Fort Lauderdale,
have a good one.
Take care, JetBlue 1954.
Next arrival coming in over to your right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming from Minneapolis. Airbus A220.
220.
I think it's the first one we've seen today.
Yes.
It's got the little like bandit mask look on it, right?
Yep. Supposed to be a very cool plane. Never flown on one. I was scheduled to fly on one last December, but hurricane wiped out Sanibel Island, which is where I was going. So.
Blue Street 5075, traffic 3 out, runway 19, line of await, good time position.
Line up and wait, runway 19, Blue Street 5075.
Breakout 56, so if you haven't already, start to reduce to your final.
We're slowing down to final, Brickyard 5608.
Delta 1750, turn right, Foxtrot Juliet, no delay, exiting the runway, contact ground point 7, good day.
Foxtrot Juliet over ground point 7, good day, Delta 17.
Blue Street 5075, winds are 180 at 5, traffic's now 2.5 out. Runway 19er, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 19 Blue Street 5075.
American 2153, Washington Tower, you up?
Yes, ma'am. Inbound. LDA Zulu 1 remaining.
6 copy that. Radar source terminated for change approved. Have a good one. American 2153 traffic holds in the first party arrival. Runway 19er. Clear the land.
Clear land, runway 19, American 2153.
American Eagle 5075 is headed to Kansas City, MCI.
All right, let me catch this arrival.
Oh, where's that arrival
America
coming from?
4701, I'm going to have to pass you one time. That Airbus
Boston,
off. You're right
Delta
on
connection.
Juliet. Has the wheels of time they got to make.
Okay, no problem.
Another one of our
America
E175s.
466, you'll be next. Be ready.
American 466, we'll be ready.
Blue Street 5075, contact Potomac departure today.
I said that plane was a
Departure,
stallion,
Blue
but
Street
I'm
5075.
not as confident as I was
America
before.
466, runway 19er, line up and wait traffic.
Sounded like
5
one.
out.
19er, line up, wait, American 466.
If you know, let me know in the comments, because otherwise I'm going to be scouring Wikipedia.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
What that helicopter was. It didn't look quite like a stallion. Had a little different shape to it.
Turn right,
CH-53 Pavlo, something like that? I'm not
Have a
sure.
good one.
It sounded like one.
.7, Brigade 56
Let's see.
American 466, traffic 3.5 out, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
American
19er, clear for takeoff,
466.
American
Where you headed?
466.
Charlotte. A321-200. Fairly new airframe. Only 8 years old. January of 2015. I do like the body color that American uses, that silverish.
Always reminded me of the dove gray that, like the old
Hour number
14 Tomcats.
Yeah.
Used to.
And number 5116 Washington Tower, traffic holds in the first party arrival, runway 19er, clear the land.
19 clear to land and never fixed up.
American 466, contact Potomac departure, have a good one.
466, you do the same, we'll see you.
Our arrival just about to make that turn in. American 2553, Boston. A319.
Radio 4701, and traffic is 6 out, runway 19er, line up and wait.
19 line up, wait, Brigade 4701.
And Delta 392, just pull over to the left in the block. You'll be next to go for your time into Atlanta.
Delta 392.
American 2153, if you can make 22, turn right 22.
Stand by. Yeah, we'll make it American 23.
Copy, right 22, right Juliet, contact ground point 7.
22 Juliet, ground point 9, American 23, good day.
And ground point 7, have a good one.
What's that, sorry?
Breakout 4701, traffic is now 3 out, runway 19er, cleared for takeoff.
4701 in the Republic Airlines livery. Excuse me, Republic Airways.
Heading where?
He said it's Indianapolis.
You have been there a few times.
I have been.
As have I.
I have flown in and out of there. I guess I've flown out of there, but I don't remember the airport that well, to be honest.
Tower Delta 781, RNAV 19er.
Delta 781, Washington Tower, traffic holds in the first party arrival, runway 19er, clear to land.
19er, clear to land, Delta 781.
Where's 781 coming from? JFK. CRJ 900.
Breakout 4701, contact Potomac departure, good day.
departure. Good day, Big Over 701.
Yeah, I know the waves, you can hear them pretty loud when these boats go by, and the river is so high today.
Delta 392, traffic is 5 out, runway 19, line up and wait.
Line up and wait 19, Delta 392.
Let's see, where you at 392? I think that was the one she talked about going to Atlanta. Yep. Delta 392 to Atlanta.
Endeavor 5115, turn right Foxtrot Juliet. Let me know if you got it. Contact ground point 7.
Right Fox, right Juliet, ground point 7, Endeavor 5150.
Delta 392, keep rolling around the corner. Traffic 3.5 out, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 19, Delta 392.
Let's see. Where's our traffic? It's a few miles out. Coming down the river, Delta coming from Atlanta, 781, 8320.
I definitely did not have
Pirate ship
on my plane spotting bingo card, I assure you.
Yeah, we'll come back to you. Yeah, pirate ship on the Potomac.
Delta 392, contact Potomac departure. Good day.
Departure Delta 392.
And that next arrivals are A320 from Atlanta. I think that's the oldest plane we've seen so far today. Went into service in 93.
Okay.
Turned 3-0 this year. February of 93.
United 1332, runway 19, line up and wait.
Line up and wait 19, United 1332.
All right, United, where are you headed?
Delta 781, if you got Foxtrot, turn right Foxtrot Juliet,
Don't
contact
have the
ground
United
point 7.
plane yet.
Just missed Fox, Zara, return the runway.
Yep, turn right 22 Juliet, contact
What's that?
ground point 7.
Don't have
for
United
Delta
yet. That's
781.
populated.
Alright, 22 Juliet to point 7, Delta 781, good day.
You have a great day. United 1332, wind 1905, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff 19, United 1332.
Envoy 3551, Washington Tower, runway 19, line up and wait. Advise you have the departing United Airbus on site and can maintain visual separation.
You have United in sight, runway 19, line up and wait, Envoy 3551.
Now the crew's doing these smaller flights. Would they do multiple in a day?
Yeah. Yeah. Where do we know where this is going?
Not yet. There it is. Where do you think it's going?
Chicago.
There you go.
Envoy 3551, maintain visual separation from the United Airbus 320, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Runway 19, clear for takeoff, maintain visual separation on 3551.
Blue Shake 5551, Washington Tower, runway 19, line up and wait. Advise you have the departing E-170 in sight and can maintain visual separation.
Yeah, this is when she wants to roll them out really close, she tells them maintain visual separation and lets it fly before he's barely off the runway.
United
He's headed
1332,
to Cincinnati.
contact departure. Have a good one.
American 35.
Departure United 1332, you too.
Blue Street 5551, keep it rolling around the corner, maintain visual separation, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 19, we'll maintain that Blue Street.
Delta 2476, runway 19er, line up and wait. Advise you have the departing RJ9 in sight and can maintain visual separation.
Delta 2476 has the RJ in sight, lining up to wait on 19.
That RJ is headed to Rochester.
Contact Potomac departure, good day.
Good day, Envoy 3551.
Delta 2476, maintain visual separation from the RJ9er, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Group takeoff runway 1, Delta 2476.
321, yes it is.
5081 Washington Tower, runway 19er,
Headed to Detroit.
wait. Advise you have the departing Airbus 321 in sight and can maintain visual separation.
All right, we have the Airbus sight and runway 19er, line up and wait, Blue Street 51.
Blue Street 5551, contact Potomac departure, good day.
Over departure saw.
Yeah, she's turning and burning these out of here.
Yep.
Should be an American Eagle 5081 heading on after this 321, headed to Burlington. BTV.
Blue Street 5081, maintain visual separation from the Delta Airbus, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Runway 19er, takeoff and
Breaker 4782, Washington Tower, runway 19er, line up and wait.
Line up wait, runway 19er, breaker 4782.
$47.82. It's a Martha's Vineyard. That's got to be a pretty small airport.
Yeah, you would think.
I also feel like they would see a good amount of general aviation in Martha's Vineyard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talking about these routes, I mean, it's not uncommon, especially for the regional jets, to do, 5-6 flights a day.
Mm. With the same crew?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It's all about the hours.
Yeah.
Blue Street 5081, contact Potomac departure, good day.
So you just end up probably doing. Would it be like sort of circuitous? Would you end up back here at the end?
Yep. Go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, it does vary. It could be they're going to go to Burlington, Vermont, and then from Burlington to Boston, and then from Boston to, LaGuardia or something like that. It does
and
vary.
Then back to DC and
but
all
a
that
whole lot of times you'll see them go out and back.
4782, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19er, breaker 4782.
American 1218, Washington Tower, you up and ready?
You'll get about 20 seconds, American 1218.
Copy that. Hold short of 19, let me know when you're ready.
Hold short 19, American 1218.
1218 is going to be headed out to Phoenix. Handful of those flights heading out today, running a little behind. It's like a fair number that were scheduled for right around the 10 a.m. departure time that ended up, we're at 10:50, so 10:56.
Now, originally, our friend East Texas Aviation scheduled to come in, I believe, at 10:59 on, I believe it is American 429 from Dallas Fort Worth. I don't know.
Breaker
They're on time or
4782,
not.
contact Potomac departure, good day.
Oh, departure, have a great day, breaker 4782.
American 1218, 19er, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 19, American 1218.
Where are you headed? It's funny. You can see, you can look so far out and know exactly what route these guys are on, whether or not they're going to come to DCA or IAD.
Altimeter 2989er, I have an Airbus 320 on departure roll off runway 19er. Departure from the boardwalk will be at your own risk. Winds are 1906. And Blackjack 6, Route 6 over, Route 6 over this Blackjack 1. Route 6 over top the Andrews is approved.
It's Phoenix again. That's right. That's a brand new plane, only a year old.
Nighthawk 6 off Anacostia, Route
321 Neo,
approved, altimeter 2989er.
That is the with the NX designation on there, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yes. New engine option.
Quieter, aren't they?
And
Seems a
more
little quieter.
fuel efficient, yeah.
American 1218, contact Potomac departure. Good day.
Good day, American 1218.
All right, we got a moment to breathe.
Yeah.
So thanks everybody for joining. We're here at East Potomac Park across the river from Reagan National Airport. A little bit hazy. I think we still have some smoke from the Canadian wildfires in the air. But it's a beautiful day here in the park, and people are showing up for the weekend festivities on the long holiday weekend. Boat traffic picking up as well.
A lot of outbounds today, I feel, so far.
Yeah. One of my favorite things of spotting here from East Potomac Park is the Air Force Memorial over there at the Pentagon. When in South Ops, when you get these jets landing on 19er, they always pass right in front of the Air Force Memorial, and it makes for a great picture. Yeah, I'd been checking the winds this week and fully expecting south operations, and I was quite surprised when I was crossing the 14th Street Bridge and saw a plane departing to the north, and that lasted for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and then they turned around.
I drove in, and on the way here, so I'm heading out that way.
So here's a task, Ryan.
Yeah.
Over there is a building under construction. And our friend Chris commented on it, wondering what it was. And I would love to know what's being built over there in Alexandria.
I'm sure we can figure out that. Got a Dolphin, Coast Guard Dolphin
Coast
headed
Guard.
over.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. While I'm thinking about it, I believe that the American or the Air Force would that be sort of modeled after like the Thunderbird's bomb burst sort of maneuver?
I would think so. Yeah.
Check one copy over bowling.
Let's figure out what's going on. What's being constructed? Always building something.
Around here, you are correct. I always find it interesting. The controller, the tower controller here at Reagan also controls the helicopters up and down the Potomac, and there are a lot of them. So whoever that controller is, she or he has a lot on their plate when controlling local here at
Blackjack 1, I don't have any other traffic observed in your vicinity. Go ahead and contact Andrews Tower. Have a good one.
It looks to me that would be the Potomac Yard
American
area.
374, Washington ground, runway 19er, clear to land.
Clear to land 19, American 374.
do have an arrival.
Where's he coming from? 4371 LaGuardia. Another one of our 175 Embraers.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. So.
I mean, it's what, 4-1?
Yeah, it's
any
crazy.
other plane.
Yeah, it is significant.
But they're cool jets.
They are cool. It's got a little bit of angularness to it. It's a little sharper, not quite as puffy as like a 7.3.
Dark 6, Roger, standby. Dark 6, contact approach 125.65.
Now, LaGuardia is a place I have never flown into, and I would love to. Love to.
04371, right 22, right Juliet, ground point 7, good day.
Yet another arrival.
Yeah, let's see the American 374 Tampa, Florida. I believe we both been in there, right?
Yes. Is this an Airbus, I think?
Yeah, A319.
Washington Tower, Bridge 4297, LDA Zulu, runway 19.
04297, Washington Tower, winds 1906, and then 19, clear to land.
Runway 19, clear to land, Brickyard 4297.
4297. Who would have thought? Embraer 175 from Indy. Had a flight going out to Indy not too long ago. Not personally. From here. Earlier today.
American 374, right turn Foxtrot, contact ground point 7, good day.
American 374, right turn Foxtrot, ground.
Tower South 2042, zip yes 3 points. Dark Disney, we're with you for the RNAV 19.
So it's 2042, Wash Tower, traffic will hold in the far prior, wind 1906, and then 19, clear to land.
To land on 19, South 2042.
One more arrival for American 1612, then we'll get you going. Copy.
Now I think I've found one of these construction, one of these buildings that are under construction. Oh, we're doing a missed approach.
Go around.
Trigger 4297, I see on the go, turn right heading 250, climb maintain 3000.
Right heading 250, climb maintain 3000, Brickyard 4297.
American 1612, winds 1906, traffic 5.5 out, ground 19, clear for takeoff.
19 for takeoff, okay.
That will occasionally happen if you are not
4297, were you unstable?
experienced here.
Yeah, we were unstable just a little fast. Break out 4297.
4297, roger that, and 250 heading up to 3000, contact approach 118.9 or 5.
Yeah, he said he was too fast. If you misjudge that turn in,
Over to approach 1895 and 3000 on this heading. Break yard 4297.
it's very easy to do. Now, I've done it in a simulator, not in a real plane.
I mean, it's a late turn.
Yep.
It is a late turn. You do not have a true straight-on shot until the very last second. Heading out now, turned in on the 19 there. Got American 1612 headed to Dallas. 737-800. Airframe's 12 years old, November of 2010.
You talk about a workhorse. 737, man. That.
I feel like that in the A320.
Tower American 429, LBA Zulu 19.
American 429, Wash Tower, wind 1906.
320 probably more popular than a 19, right?
Yeah, 320 is the most popular jet in the world right now, as far as, you know, how many jets are in service. They have surpassed the 737. But historically, I mean, you're talking about a 737 is probably a, what, 50-year-old airframe, 60-year-old airframe?
Yeah, I looked at our Southwest plane earlier today. St. Louis. Got some friends out in St. Louis. Weirdly expensive flights out of the DC area to St. Louis.
2177, runway 19, lot from weight.
There's not too many of them. They don't send too many flights out of here to St. Louis.
St. Louis is, you know, you don't hear that as one of the big hubs for some carriers, and so I can see.
I mean, it's a large metropolitan area, but I think just where they're located. Don't get too many flights through there. Probably a little too close to Chicago.
2042, right 22, ground 27.
KC's not far away.
Yeah.
Southwest 2177, winds 1907, traffic's 4 mile final, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Now, the one building that I saw that's being built over there that I think is actually just over the airfield, not the really big one, is Virginia Tech's Innovation Center.
Okay.
They've got some really, really nice buildings over there. Virginia Tech's got a satellite campus over there in Alexandria. Southwest, where are you heading out? Southwest 2177, headed to Atlanta. Yeah, I don't think the building that you're looking at is the new. I think you're talking about that really big building that's several stories.
Yeah, a couple of cranes over there.
Yeah, I don't think that's any of the Metro Rail stuff. I could be wrong, but definitely like directly over the field. I'm pretty sure that's over the Potomac Yard area, and that's where that Virginia Tech building's been built. I'm trying to find some information on what the other one is. Yeah, Virginia Tech building a $1 billion graduate campus in Alexandria. That's a lot of money. Coming in. American 429, is this our guy?
This is our guy. North Texas Aviation on board.
Coming out of Dallas. 737-800.
Runway 19, line up and wait. Traffic's turning base final.
Line up and wait 19, United 1369.
So running about 10 minutes behind schedule.
2's approved if you got it, American 429. If not, you can take it down to Alpha.
We're going to need Alpha, American 429.
American 429, right Alpha, right Juliet, cross 22 on the way back, ground point 7, good day.
Right Alpha, right Juliet, cross 22, contact ground, American 429, see you.
United 1369, wind 2007, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19, United 1369.
737 MAX 8's going to head. That United 1369 headed to Houston. H-Town.
Washington Tower, wind 2007, runway
You were just there.
Yep.
Runway 19, clear
Yep.
land, breaker
We flew there going to Mexico City. Probably going to have to do it again in a couple months. Or a couple weeks, rather. Now, I didn't have to go through Houston. I just went through Houston because I wanted to ride on the 7-6.
You could have gotten a direct flight.
I could have gotten a direct flight. I was just like, hey, you know what? Put me on a wide-body plane. It's pretty sleepy right now. You might be able to
United 1369,
video your guy all the way up to the gate almost.
United 1369.
American 429.
Breakout 4626, RNAV RMP, runway 19er.
4626 Washington Tower, wind 2008, runway 19, clear to land.
Not that he's going to be listening, but he's going to be arriving at gate D40. And he can find his bags on baggage belt 11.
Ryan's travel tips.
I'm wondering if that big building, I tell you what, my initial gut reaction was that it could have been the, that Amazon stuff.
That's what I was wondering. I knew Amazon was building something over there.
We got coming in. Oh, this is probably the one that had the missed approach earlier.
Are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Roger, Blue Street 5054, traffic approach is 4 miles, runway 19, lot of wait.
4297 from Indianapolis.
Hey, Tower Bridge 6607 on the OTA 19.
And I'm sure that pilot is going to be happy to know that his missed approach was recorded for all of history.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Figure 4297, turn right at Foxtrot, contact ground point 7, good day.
Right at Foxtrot, over to ground bridge car 4297, good day.
He did sound a little irritated about it.
It's always frustrating for him, I know, because the tower has to, I'm sure for like an FAA report or something, has to put a reason. Okay.
Too fast.
Yeah, you got to say, you know, why you're doing a missed approach. It's like,
Yeah.
Okay, well, I screwed up. How about that? Just write that down.
Yeah, I believe it was said unstable and too fast.
Yeah.
This little CRJ headed to. Headed to Windsor Locks, BDL.
Bradley International, Windsor Locks, Connecticut.
CRJ 700. A lot of those in and out of here, too.
Blue Streak 5054, contact departure, good day.
Open to departure, see you in a little bit, Blue Streak 50, 54.
Philadelphia, 4626. That's a quick flight.
South 3119.
Yeah, you could drive it faster than you
Runway 19, line up away,
checking in and going through security and
I mean, it was
getting to the gate.
That was a 28-minute long flight.
Tower Southwest 991, RT 19, phone away.
South 991, Washington Tower, wind 2006, runway 19, clear to land.
19, clear to land, Southwest 991.
I'm convinced that they scheduled the arrival of that plane to be longer, knowing that they could say, "Look, we got you here earlier." Because it says the scheduled arrival was 11:40, and we're touching down at 11:17.
Oh yeah, help their overall stats.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, they set it for an hour-long flight.
South 3119, wind 2006, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
South 3119, clear for takeoff.
Southwest, where you headed? Milwaukee. 737-800. Plane went into service in April of 2018. Now, the one thing I like on the 737s considerably more than the, this is just a very small detail, but I love it, is the vertical, like the dual wingtips that they have.
Scimitar winglets.
Instead of the just single that turns up. It's got the little small one that comes down
they call
too.
that the scimitar winglet.
I think it's very cool looking.
South 3119, contact departure, good day.
Good day, Southwest 3119.
So everybody, if you like the stream, please help us grow by liking the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when we're streaming next. All that feeds the YouTube algorithm and helps more eyeballs get on the stream. So if you could do that for us, it would help.
Pittsburgh. American Eagle 5607. Another CRJ 700. That's the ER version, though.
Muscle 1 checking in with tower. Muscle 1 tower, the altimeter 2989, cleared to the Bravo is requested.
Which I can't imagine what an ER version of that plane is. Is it longer? Is it bigger?
I'm sure it's probably a little bit longer. Couple more seats.
I mean, this is my assumption, not that I know it. I would assume that the ER is typically a little bigger, meaning it can carry a little more fuel, right?
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Ocean 5607, turn right at Foxtrot, contact ground point 7, good day.
We saw you. We saw you land. Thanks for coming in here and commenting about it.
Yes, we did catch the arrival, East Coast Aviation.
East Texas, rather.
East Texas. I'm sorry. East Coast. He's going to shoot me for that. God bless Texas. Yeah, our friend Jerry at Big Jet TV shoots London. He's done a couple of the big air shows lately. He did Paris last week and showed the preview of the new Embraer E195.
A little bigger.
Big, and it's cool. It's cool. And it's got this shark livery. The demo version has this shark livery, and on the side it says Profit Hunter.
Incoming, you got it right here. Let's see. Where are you coming from? Looked like Southwest. Yep. I could see that blue from. Now this one's Chicago, but from
Midway.
Midway. Yep.
That's a big Southwest hub.
Now, is Midway, that's the one that's on the lake, right? Is it on the lake?
No, you're thinking of Burke Lakefront.
Okay, yeah.
Or no, wait a minute. No, that's Cleveland. There is a lakefront airport, but Midway is Midway was the original Chicago airport before O'Hare was built out to the west. So it's just a little south of downtown Chicago. It's kind of it's really kind of in downtown Chicago. We've flown it in and out of there before.
Definitely.
991, right turn
When
Fox
we
Trot,
went to the Brickyard 400, we actually flew into Chicago.
Chicago was the best deal I've ever gotten flying. When we were passing through Chicago on the way back from San Diego on United, and overbooked the plane. Needed somebody to give up their seats because I believe it was a mechanical issue, and so they had this smaller plane lost some of that business class seating, and so some of the business class people had to sit with us general folks, and that's where they were like, okay, $1,300 travel voucher if you're willing to stay the night in Chicago.
I'll take it.
We'll pay for your food, we'll pay for your hotel, and we'll send you out first thing in the morning. I was like, I will definitely take that.
So East Texas Aviation says it was an interesting landing. He was in row 26F. So F would have been on the opposite side of the plane. Yeah.
1151 Washington Tower, traffic will hold in the far prior, wind 2006, runway 19, clear to land.
Okay, 19 clear to land,
Ways out.
About to have another departure, looks like. Delta.
Yep. And on final, you got that American 1589 from Charlotte. And, yeah, your Delta connection flight 5608 headed to Boston.
I guess he's going to hold him.
Looks like it. Not as much of a rush as they were earlier.
Muscle 1, roger. Jazz 822 Washington Tower, you guys up and ready?
We are, guys, thank you.
Jazz 822, traffic 6 mile final, runway 19, line up and wait.
Runway 19, Jazz 822.
Ring 1589, if you miss Foxtrot, you can make the right on 22, join Juliet, contact ground point 7, good day.
Flying 22 going to Juliet, and then ground, good day, American 1589.
They turned this
say again, you're right of flight.
Jazz around.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Is he going back to
Montreal?
Montreal, yep.
That's right.
Jazz 822, wind is 1907, runway 19, clear for takeoff. Trigger 5608, I'll get you out after the next arrival.
5608.
Tower American 2878, joining RMP, runway 19.
American 2878, Watchtower, traffic will hold in the far prior, wind is 1906, runway 19, clear to land.
Clear to land 19, American 2878.
Also 1, traffic over Roslyn out of 1,100 for the field to 737, 5 in trails, 321.
Sounds like one of
One
those
visual separation is
Hueys
approved.
off to our left. Really low over the river. See him down there?
Jazz 822, contact departure cadet.
Probably one of the government ones. That blue with the white top or green with the white top.
Yep.
Novak Trooper 3, Washington, watch out 2990, radar contact position out
from Houston.
To the Bravo is requested.
737. Got that older Continental livery on it. 16 years old on that plane. 737-800.
Maintain a visual.
American 2878, we'll be looking.
I live between Reagan and Dulles, and I get those little those helicopter shuttles for the important individuals that need to head out to it on an international flight. Those government helicopters come over all day long, shuttling people back and forth between the
at 1151, right turn Fox,
capital of our country.
If you need it, join Juliet.
So did you ever figure out what that Ilyushin, the Russian government Ilyushin that landed the other day?
Not.
19, clear for takeoff.
I was
Runway 19,
figure what it was.
56,
Definitely, I would bet you some money that it was somebody coming in for something to be done in D.C. I mean, very typically, I would assume that they do some similar with us. We use C-17s to shuttle people back and forth. Not the most glamorous flight in the world, but when you need to move equipment and people, it's a good-looking jet to be on. That's a pretty nice boat. We got turning in here.
Paragraph 5608, contact
American 2878 from Miami.
Also 1, roger.
It's an A321 Neo. It's interesting how even just that subtle size change, just the A321 just being a slightly larger plane than these A319s and the CRJs and stuff going out, you can just hear the difference. It just sounds a little bit louder.
Traffic fade out.
Flapway runway 19, JetBlue 581.
Blue Street 5183, Wash Tower, traffic will hold in the far prior wind is
Even
1806, runway 19, center land.
Only 192 to land,
Blue Street
So would a 21 Neo be like a
mile helicopter southeast bound?
73 like Max styles plane?
2878, right turn, ground point 7, good day.
Yeah, I mean it's, it's a bit it could, you could say it's comparable to a 757.
Low altitude alert, Blue Street 5183, check your altitude immediately.
Live streaming.
2989er.
Jets. Plane spotting, yep.
The right side, inbound for fields is the CRJ at 1,700.
Small. a dedicated few. No, I mean it's actually there's more people than you would think.
Yeah, more people than you would think. It's on YouTube, live on YouTube, and
yeah.
Yes.
Maddox 6 Tower, the altimeter 2989
yes.
approved.
Yeah, you just need to set up like a webcam that's just always live. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, probably the biggest person is there's a person out of LA that does this, and he has like about 750,000 subscribers on his channel. So there's definitely people that are interested in it. Another big one is Big Jet TV out of he's actually based out of London, and he's a really popular one too. So
Breaker
Yeah.
4725.
We have a small but loyal following here. Yeah. Also, go Braves.
Okay. Keep me advised. Breaker 4720. Correction 4275.
Roger.
JetBlue 554. Contact departure. Good day.
Departure JetBlue 554. See you.
JetBlue headed to Boston.
Who knew?
Yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah, I just had some folks stop by wondering what the heck is going on, and
Tower, good morning, Blue Streak.
if you're not in the community, people go,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
You want to watch
Watch
airplanes?
Yeah.
Holding the part prior. Wind is 1806 from 919. Clear to land.
It's a great community. It is a great community.
Yep, those the helicopters flying from Quantico to DC. Definitely see a lot of those too. Flying up and down the 95 corridor.
Roger, 1 arrival. Hold short 919. Breaker 4275.
Yeah, it's.
Helicopter calling. Say
I
again.
feel like plane spotting is
Also one approved.
relatively understood.
Yeah.
It's like a relatively understood that people like, they know that people watch planes.
1806 radar.
You know, you
service
look
terminated.
at
Frequency change approved.
several airports out there. I mean, even Dulles is a good example of an airport that
Troop 3 Roger,
knows
wind
people like to do that. And
1806
so
radar service
if you go
terminated. Frequency
to
change approved.
what I personally enjoy more than the, and this is maybe blasphemous for me to say, but the Smithsonian Air and Space down here in downtown DC, while very, very cool, especially if you like the space side of things, just some pretty incredible artifacts that are there from all the moon landings, and a lot of the things brought back from those trips are pretty incrable, like the
Breaker 4275, traffic 6 mile final.
the capsules. You know, they have a lot of the capsules that returned. But the Udvar Hazy museum out there at Dulles has some very, very, very cool planes in it. It's a much bigger space, so they have much more hangar space to actually have significantly more physical displayed items
it's
in
pretty
it.
cool.
I mean, it's
The
got
Enola
the space
Gay,
shuttle in it.
Space shuttle, the Enola Gay,
I think
the Air France
Columbia, or is
Concorde.
it Discovery that's in there? It's Discovery.
I think it's Discovery.
That's right. Columbia was one of the ones that had the mishap.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Discovery is in there. But one of the cool things they have is they actually have this sort of mock control tower section that you can go up inside
Oh
of.
yeah, yeah, the observation tower.
Yeah,
that's
and they pump the air traffic control sound up in there, which is cool. So if you do like plane spotting, it's a fun little place to go. And there's on the road right outside of it, there's one of the more fun plane spotting places. Great is good for video, but great for personal viewing, where they come right over you. They're landing to the north.
Yeah, North Operations right there at the end of runway 1 right is a really good spot. And I've shot some good videos from there.
DCA, let's see, it's heading to Nashville, 4275, American Eagle.
Tower, Richard 4412 is with you on the RT 19.
But yeah,
Coast Guard 101, can you keep it moving?
it's a cool spot. It's hard because they come right. I mean, you are right on the glide slope in that spot. So it's tough for the live stream videos because they come right over top of you. So keeping the camera on a tripod.
Yeah.
What's going off there? What is that guy? Got that interesting stripe on him. It's a Coast Guard plane heading off the runway right there. Got Coast Guard Gulfstream C-37A. Ooh, that was a.
He was up quick.
Yeah, that's right. He was up quick. And the very short turnaround arrival is American Eagle 5092 from Nashville. Landed a little early.
Yes, get him inside now for 101.
J700, another ER version of that plane.
Contact them, good day.
Go on 101.
American 1029, runway 19, line of point, good time position, traffic 3.5 out.
What's that, line of weight, 19, 1029.
Yeah, I live close enough out there to Dulles that get off work, and it's right around the time all those international planes come in. So if they're landing to the north from the south, it's fun to just kind of pull up over there and try to catch some of the big jets coming in.
Traffic holds off the right, wind 1706. Traffic is 2.5 back. Runway 19 clear for takeoff.
19 clear for takeoff, American 1029.
Let's see, 1029 American going to Chicago. ORD 737 MAX 8. Pretty new plane, only 5 years old. But the with Dulles, it's you go over. There's a handful of really good ones that come in. There's that ANA Airlines, the ANA Dreamliner. That's a good one. 74 Frankfurt Lufthansa. That's a good one too. Not too many of those anymore, sadly.
Approach 5545 River Visual.
That Etihad
45 Washington,
Dreamliner.
1705,
That's a good one
19
too.
to land.
Clear to land 19 Blue Street 6545.
Jacksonville.
American 1029, contact departure, good day.
We're switching American 1029, good day.
CRJ 700 ER. Now, are all those CRJs, are they the 1 and 2? One on one side, 2 on the other?
I believe that is correct.
Clear for takeoff.
No seating.
15, clear for takeoff, Blue Street 6241.
Aircraft 4672, tower, runway 15, line up and wait.
Line of wait 15, aircraft 4672.
Blue Street 5454, turn right, contact ground point 7, good day.
Right, ground point 7, 54.
That's a short flight. KDCA to Norfolk. ORF. American 5241.
Blue Street 5241, contact departure, good day.
Departure, good day, Blue Street 5241.
Does anybody fly the 717 anymore? Do they exist at all?
Yes, Delta is still flying very few of them. But Delta does fly the occasional 717.
I loved that plane. Fly that plane all the time on AirTran.
Yep.
Great airline. RIP.
Yes.
Southwest bought them.
Yep.
Took such a good airline, and then, I mean, I'm not gonna call out Southwest right now, but
now I've never flown Southwest.
I don't like the cattle call.
I feel like you've flown it.
I have flown
when
it
you
a
were
couple
younger.
times. Flown it a couple times. Maybe 3 times. I just don't love the cattle call seating. Now, pro tip, learned about this, is that way that they do the check-in, like you're grouping, that it's almost, there's a significant amount of it is based on when you check in. So if as soon as that, whatever 24 hours before your flight clicks over, you get in there within the first few seconds and check in, then you'll get one of the early boarding groups.
Okay.
Ground point 7, good day.
Ground point 7, 4412.
4672 American Eagle rolling out to Raleigh-Durham, RDU. Is that the one that you did the spotting on the parking deck? RDU?
Yeah, so at Raleigh-Durham, there's two decent spotting locations. Now, Raleigh-Durham is pretty cool because they do support plane spotting, although they do ask you to let them know 48 hours in advance when you're going to be there. There's a form you fill out on their website.
Have a good day, Big Up 4672.
If you're going to use the parking deck. They just want to know if you're up on the parking deck. They want to know that you're going to be there. They ask for your car and when you're going to be there and how many people are going to be there.
And we got landing right here is another plane from RDU. American 5545. What is going on in the water down here? Because that is...
Oh, they're hauling.
That is there's 2 police boats, a fire boat, and...
Yeah, something's going down.
Down there at the...
They are...
near the bridge.
They are going...
you can see there's some emergency light flashing on that situation over there.
Right on 22.7.
I don't think it has to do with those 2 boats there. No, but there is something over here.
You have 1280 tower, winds 1805, runway 19 clear to land.
Oh, do we have a boat sinking?
Oh, it looks like it's capsized. Wish I could zoom in more. This is the max on my zoom.
Yeah, it did.
Looks like a boat capsized. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they just pulled those 2 people off with the life vests on. Glad they're okay.
Washington Tower, 4 is clear.
Can't tell what kind of boat it is.
Yeah, it doesn't look too big.
4 across the approach in a 3-3.
Caught the wake wrong on another boat or something?
Yeah, maybe.
Goodness. I think they sent enough boats to help, though.
Yeah. 4 or 5 boats.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure. The water rescue team had nothing else going on, so.
Washington Tower, Ops 4 is clear, runway 33.
Ops 4, roger.
That's JetBlue coming from where you would expect,
Boston. Yeah, 190. Got to be a 190, yep.
Southwest 3212 Washington Tower, your traffic's on a 4-mile final, runway 19 line of point.
Line of runway 19, Southwest 3212.
Where's Southwest headed to? He is Dallas.
Is that Dallas Love Field?
DAL.
That's
Love
Field,
Foxtrot,
yeah.
contact ground point 7, good day.
Not DFW. Yeah, I mean, I saw those emergency lights on the water there a little earlier.
19 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19, Southwest 3212.
Was wondering what was going on, but glad they're okay. Or at least seem to be. That's that little stumpy 737-700. We saw him come in earlier. And on final here is Delta Connection flight Boston. Another 175.
3212, contact departure, good day.
It's a Republic Airways operated plane. So I guess are they going to have to like put a strap around that boat and try to flip it back over?
That's a really good question. I don't know what the technique is to get a capsized boat back.
Two is approved, break air 5604, right 22, right Juliet, ground point 7, good day.
Right 22, right Juliet, ground point 7, break air 5604, ship.
Looks like those guys on the left are the ones that are messing with it. Like right at the edge of our distance to be able to.
Ops 4 tower.
They're fishing stuff out of the water. The chair covers.
Ops 4 across the approach on a 3-3.
Ops 4 crossing 3-3 at the approach.
It's not a small boat. what the bill is on that. What you got coming in here? Oh, that's our A320 for Fort Lauderdale, JetBlue.
Yeah, again, apologies for the loudness of the waves when these boats go by. We got a lot of wake over here on the river. The river's very high today, not usually this high, but there's been a lot of rain. So,
yeah, I mean, it's high enough that the sort of sidewalk area that they have here is completely underwater.
Yeah, you can see.
Triple 1280, turn right, contact ground point 7, good day.
All right, ground point
Sloshing
7,
up over
zip
the
to
seawall.
1280. Have a good one. Come on, Tower, Bridge 5237, river visual, runway 19.
Bridge 5237, watchtower, wind 1808, runway 19, clear to land.
Runway 19, clear to land, Bridge 5237.
Trooper 3, watchtower, watchdown altimeter 2990, radar contact.
Oh, it looks like they've got like a little crane system on the side of that boat. Right there. So maybe that's what they'll use to help turn it back over. Interesting. Fascinating. Oh, they cleared him way out. Greensboro.
I'm going to reposition this camera real quick. So bear with the shaking. Let's do this. Zoom out so everybody doesn't lose their lunch.
You need help?
Yeah, hold on to that. There we go.
You got to get this foot down here.
Cool. Apologies for that. It's just been in an awkward spot today.
Falcon 1, Washington Tower, Washington altimeter 2990. Falcon 1 approved. Skywest 5371 Watchtower, traffic will hold in the part. Wind is 1806, runway 19, clear to land.
Runway 19, clear to land. Skywest 5371.
This is our 5237 American Eagle from Greensboro.
Falcon 1 radar contact off south, gap
GSO.
out, indicate 600.
And then from behind him is a United Express from Chicago. Running a little late.
Trooper 3, contact approach 127.325. 127.325, Trooper 3. Brickyard 4369, traffic approach is 4 miles, runway 19 line up and wait.
19 line approved, Brickyard 4369.
Blue Street 5237, turn right, contact ground point 7, good day.
Right, ground 7, we'll see you later.
Real 4369, wind is 1807, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
19, clear for takeoff, breaker 4369.
Who's going out right now? Panama City. American Eagle 4369.
So we have another police boat rushing to the scene or fire.
4369, contact departure, good day.
Good day, 4369.
Man, they just flat out left that boat in the water right there.
Wow. I mean,
Washington
what's going on with?
Yankee, the
I
altimeter
mean, I hope the people are okay.
2806.
They've now all seemingly clustered over here where the folks on the boat were extracted.
The 533, winds 1806, runway 19, clear to land.
Clear to land, we're runway 19, Delta 533.
There's another. I wonder if it was two boats that collided, possibly.
Yeah,
Or
that would not be good.
Skyway 371, right.
Yeah, we were right here. We didn't see it.
I know.
Ground point 7, good day.
22 Juliet, ground point 7, Skyway 5371.
1023 Washington Tower.
We'll start a boat spotting channel, and maybe we would have caught it.
there you go. There's some really nice yachts on the opposite side of this. I don't know what this little sound or whatever that is over there. That's an interesting boat. What's that boat?
Let's find out.
It looks expensive. It's got a very, like...
The Spruce Goose.
Yeah. Or like I would expect to see that kind of boat in like a Bond film.
Yeah.
It's very villainous. See, turn it in right here. What do we got? Atlanta, A321. We've got our hotel lobby background music now.
Yes,
I don't know
we
if that's
have a
coming through
soundtrack.
that. I
We
don't
have a
know if that's
soundtrack.
coming through.
533, if you miss Foxtrot, 22 is approved. Right turn, join Juliet, ground point 7.
Alright, we got the Foxtrot sig in the rest for 533, please.
Ground point 7, good day.
Alright, ground point 7, thanks.
Southwest 2370 on the RP 49.
So 2370 Washington, winds 1706, runway 19, clear to land.
19 clear to land, Southwest 2370.
Figure 5668 Tower, runway 15, line up and wait.
15, line up and wait, Brigade
Next flight coming in
5668.
from Chicago. American 1023.
Burger 5668, wind is 1706, traffic 3 out from 19, runway 15, clear for takeoff.
15, clear for takeoff, Big Cap 5616.
American 1023, right 22, right Juliet, ground point 7, good day.
22 Juliet, ground 2, mid 23.
Delta Connection Flight 5668 headed to LaGuardia. E-175.
Oh, Delta 2849, Revo Rachel, runway 19.
Delta 2849, Wash Tower, wind 1706, runway 19, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 19, Delta 2849.
Burger 5668, contact departure, good day.
Departure, great day, Big Cap 5668.
Southwest 2370. Tampa. Another one of those short little 737-700s.
Delta 2370, turn right, contact ground point 7, good day.
Right turn, ground point 7, Southwest 2370.
Let's check in on our accident scene. Yeah, when you're zoomed in that far out, man, it's hard to control.
Yeah. You're pretty good right there. Yeah, that's good. I have no idea. I mean, I'm not a nautical person.
534, RNAV 19. 534, watch tower, runway 19, clear to
what that
land,
process would look like.
7. Clear to land 19, wonder if 4 for exit would be available. 534. Approved, Frontier 534. Thank you.
That's Delta 2849 from Detroit. We have got the newest record holder for oldest airframe coming in. That would be a A320-200. 32 years of age, May of 91.
Runway 19, line of
Wow.
fleet. 19, line of point, number 15.
That's pretty old. I mean,
Still kicking.
That's a pretty good amount of time on. I feel like the smaller airframes, you see them turn over a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Because they just workhorses.
You know, it's all about the number of cycles on the airframe. And you're right, like, you know, the smaller aircraft are flying more cycles in a day.
29, correction, the winds are 170 at 7, traffic 3 miles, runway 19, clear takeoff. 19, takeoff, 715.
Delta Connection headed to JFK. CRJ 900. It's a cool looking plane, I think. Really pointy. Gonna lose it behind your city cruises here.
Mm-hmm.
Endeavor 5115, contact on departure.
Off departure, Endeavor 5115, yep.
Yeah.
It's a Frontier, first one of the day, in the Crystal Florida Manatee livery. That's an Airbus A320 coming out of Denver. Crystal, the Florida Manatee. Is Crystal like a famous manatee?
I just believe they named the
Just playing.
they named the characters on
Yeah.
their aircraft.
I've never flown Frontier before.
Yes, you have.
I have?
Frontier 534, right turn, runway 22, take it down to Charlie, contact ground.
Yes, you have.
Out of Charlie, 5.
Going to Denver.
Oh my gosh.
One
Okay.
hour, 10 minutes,
I didn't
29,
realize that was
89,
on.
clear
Out
to
of
approach again.
Newport News to Denver.
I did not realize that that was on Frontier.
It's Frontier.
Check one approved.
Interesting.
Blue 579, wash tower, 11705, runway 19,
Ill-fated Blue Nights
19 clear
weekend.
up to Blue
Yes, that's
579.
right. I still think the funniest part of that, though, is that the person that I was contending with for that spot was Joe.
Became good friends.
Yeah.
Skywest
It's
56,
a long,
77, wash tower, 11705,
very
runway
roundabout way to
19,
eventually come back and meet each other.
Yep.
Several years later, but
Somebody taxiing out.
somebody, potholes in my lawn asked, is it a narco sub?
It could be.
That's a long way to come all the way up here.
Surf's up.
Yeah, that brought a good wake. What's going on here? Fort Lauderdale, JetBlue 579. Behind him, we got an American 1253 headed to LaGuardia.
JetBlue 529, contact on departure, take care.
All right, JetBlue 539, good day.
Yeah, we're going to have to start streaming on a Saturday because we're up against
American 2319,
Kevin
wash tower,
and
1806,
Jerry
runway 19,
today.
clear takeoff.
Oh,
American 2319,
So,
runway
our friends
19.
Kevin in Los Angeles and Jerry in London both stream on a Sunday. So we know where all the plane spotting fans are. And those guys, I mean, Jerry is the OG. He's been doing it for 7 years. Kevin, I think he just had his 2-year anniversary. They are fantastic. Kevin and Rudy in Los Angeles. So check them out at some point because they put on a fantastic plane spotting show from Los Angeles. And then my good friend Walt out of DFW, Runway DFW. He puts on a great show too. He was spotting last night.
KR 4525, watch tower, runway 15, line up and wait.
15, line up and wait for KR 4525.
American 753. I guess. Oh, it's not populating the right data. That's just its tail number. November 753. Uniform Sierra. Airbus A319.
4525, current winds 1807, traffic 2 mile final intersecting runway. Runway 15, clear for takeoff.
Runway 15, 4525.
American 2319, contact on departure, take care.
The American 2319.
Flight deck 1, next departure is off 15, the E175, they follow the river southbound. Flight deck 1, understand you have them in sight, that's Brew, caution wake turbulence.
American 4525 is headed to Philly. I could go for a cheesesteak. I could do a cheesesteak.
Pats all day long.
I'm sure if somebody was listening or watching this from Philly, though, they would be like, "Don't go to Pat's or Geno's. It's too mainstream."
KR 4525, helicopter traffic about a mile off your left-hand side, 900 feet. They have you in sight, maintain respiration.
Inside pre-KR 4525.
That United's coming in from Chicago.
Yep. Holding up there to possibly render assistance?
I don't know. Or is it?
4525, contact on departure, take care.
Well, it's probably just turning around because it can't get out of that
That's
bridge.
exactly what I was going to say, yeah.
Contact ground point 7, take care.
Right turn Foxtrot, contact ground, Skies 5677.
Yeah, not much of a river tour if you're going to go on a boat that big.
Well, you can go south on the river. So maybe they come up, turn around, head south, have dinner.
Yeah.
Because you can get under the Woodrow Wilson Bridge down there.
118.4.
What's that down there near the, what's it called again? That big casino area down there.
Oh, yeah, the National Harbor.
National Harbor, that's it.
Yeah, it's talking about cheesesteaks. I mean, it's Pat's and Geno's. They're together, and then there's Steve's Steaks, and
is that the one that's in the corner building? That's like in the, it's like in a, it's like on a larger street. It's like had like a black sort of marble-ish look to it. Is that what that one was?
That Steve's is on South Street.
Yeah, that's the one
on the corner.
Yeah,
and then Pat's and Geno's are in the intersection there at 8th and Passyunk, I think, and then there's Tony Luke's, which is also extremely popular. And we've tried them all. Still, Pat's is the favorite for me.
Cheese wit.
Cheese wit.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But don't go to Geno's and say you want a cheese wit. He'll go, with what?
Yeah.
You got to say whiz wit.
Yeah.
Over at Geno's. I'm sure some of our Philly fans are dying right now.
Yeah.
Going, what are you guys talking about, man? You do not know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
It has not heated up like I thought it was gonna. I mean, I saw the call for 94 today.
Good grief.
I mean, it's a little humid, but I guess this cloud cover is helping. If it was out here in the direct sunlight, we would be baking, I'm sure. But
Delta 781, 110 at 5, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 519, Delta 781.
So if you like what you're seeing, please give the stream a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell. That really helps the YouTube algorithm and exposes our channel to more people.
Got a little choppiness right now. Sorry about the stream. Just a little
Oh, yeah.
data connection.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks like we've got some, the internet is giving us a hard time at the moment. And so we're probably going to be wrapping this up here shortly because I guess more people getting on the internet.
Yeah, makes sense.
More people getting out here to the park and getting on the internet, and it's affecting our connection, and we don't want it to affect our we can see, you can see we're dropping frames. So
who's rolling out of here?
Southwest 992 Watchtower,
781 heading to Atlanta.
Clear takeoff.
A320. Another older one, 30 years, 1993. Might have seen him earlier, actually.
yeah, on the arrival, I think.
Southwest 992 Watchtower, 11706, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Runway 19, clear for takeoff, Southwest 992.
Yeah, it looks like there's some 5G limitations right now.
Okay, yeah. Yep, so because of that, because of the internet,
Departure on 781, good day.
well, we're in the green right now. At a moment there. Let's we'll catch these couple more departures here, and then we will call it a day.
She's trying. She's trying real hard to keep us in there.
Yeah. Well, so we're back in the red. So after this Southwest, we will call it a day. Thanks for watching today. We really appreciate it. Special shout out to East Texas Aviation, who was on American Flight 429 that arrived earlier. Thanks for giving us a heads up that you were coming in today. Glad we could catch the arrival. And we will be back here again soon. Don't know when.
737-700 out of Nashville. I believe we saw him come in as well. A lot of the planes that we saw come in now earlier in the morning turning around.
Southwest 992, contact on departure, take care.
Southwest 992, good day.
Late.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. That's going to be all for today.
American 2519, when one.
Appreciate everybody watching. Have a safe 4th Independence Day. Be safe with the fireworks. And we'll see you guys next